Hi, I'm April.
And I'm Bayleigh.
We are real-life friends and neighbors.
Together we run a business called Passionist Designs.
Our favorite part of our job is being in people's homes and hearing their stories. As we became inspired by these stories, we wanted to share them with others. That's where the Nestled podcast was born.
So join us each week as we are encouraged to pursue our own design decisions based on what we love instead of what fills our Instagram feed. Every home has a story, and we can't wait to hear yours.
Hey guys, welcome back. We're so glad that you are joining us today for the Nestled podcast. We have some really special guests with us today.
Maybe the best guest we've had this whole time.
It is the top of the list. The most
arguably the wisest
and most handsome.
Definitely most handsome. Oh goodness.
Today we have with us our husbands, and you guys have heard us talk a lot about them on the podcast and how great we think they are and how we couldn't do what we do without them. And so today I have my husband Lance, and Bayleigh has her husband Justin. Y'all say hello.
Hello, ladies.
Hey, Lance.
And everyone.
And everybody else.
Hey.
We're so excited to have them with us today. And they're going to join us for the entire time. They're going to share their thoughts on all things Nestled.
I have a lot of thoughts.
We prepared them 0%. So we will see where this goes.
We're just saying how at least other people get a list of questions and that it didn't seem fair. But here we are.
Here we are.
This is Nestled Raw.
This is Nestled Raw. Unplugged.
Unfiltered.
Uncut, unedited, just like the Bachelor finale.
It's the most dramatic episode ever.
So to get this off, let's talk about what we're thankful for this week. And I'm not going to lie, it's a little bit of a struggle this week. I feel like that one of us or both every single week are like, man, we just barely make it.
I had mine this week. I knew what I was thankful for.
Okay, so Bayleigh, what are y'all thankful for this week? You and Justin.
All right, you go first.
Me?
Yeah.
Our new TV that actually can turn off. Well, the last one could turn off, but that was the problem. It would turn off too well, I guess.
Yeah, people don't know, but for like 2 years now,
it wouldn't turn back on.
If you turned our TV off, it would not turn on for a few days. That was a problem.
So we finally have a new TV that will turn off and back on again, so I'm thankful for that.
Yes, and I'm thankful because Justin put a new deadbolt on our door because our door has not been locked for the last 6 months. So everyone who thinks Midtown is so sketchy, no one broke into our unlocked house for 6 months.
So
we left out of town and everything.
For the last 6 months, nothing in our house was working properly. So.
But now we're good. We got 2 things checked off the list.
It was like a social experiment since everyone thinks that Midtown is so dangerous. Like, leave your door unlocked. So it was actually kind of on purpose so that we could look back and say, look how safe it is. No one even our unlocked house.
That's right.
We leave our kids' bikes in the driveway and tools out, and no one ever steals them.
I'm thinking about doing what one of the neighbors around the corner does and put a full-sized Nick Saban cutout in the window.
To scare off intruders.
Yeah.
It does scare me when we walk by, too.
Nick guy.
I don't know if I've ever noticed that.
We don't usually go down Morgan, and it's on
It's on Morgan. It's at Allison's
It's on
house.
Taylor.
Justin never lets me turn down any of the first roads I always want to.
Well, you try to turn down the first road that we go by so that our walk would be about 1/10 of a mile.
But look, April will tell you we do that walk, and how we always lap it, don't we?
Yeah, we walk a couple of times around. So then it makes it 2/10 of a mile.
Yeah. Good. So basically, we're going to be bikini ready this summer. So.
We are so ready.
For your bikinis that you just bought, right?
Oh, yeah, I got my first one pieces. Okay, April, what are you thankful for?
So I'm thankful for Target Dollar Spot spring decorations. I got some new succulents that are gracing my fireplace right now, and I'm thankful for them. So that's what I have. Lance, what are you thankful for?
Well, first off, I think somebody needs to research why they name them succulents. Like a disgusting worm, but
it is a bad name.
That's for fake plants. I know, but I am thankful for remembering to grind our coffee at Costco. And after this evening's debacle, I'm thankful that we have some Pawpaw's cough syrup to put in the coffee.
Oh, no.
Speaking of succulents and coffee, our kids knocked over one of my new succulents from Target, and it knocked all the little rocks out of the bottom, and we had to fill it with coffee. So
They were
Coffee
black.
has saved the day multiple times this week.
So since we moved here, we have focused even more than we used to on being like neighborly and welcoming people into our home and things like that. So what is the most awkward thing we've asked you to do in the name of being neighborly? His answer is something you asked us to do, so that's
Yeah. So,
That's
and
right.
I dreaded it for a few months, in fact, because I knew it was coming. I knew that come Christmas season, it was going to be time to go Christmas caroling around the neighborhood. And in fact, I think that I stayed home with the baby on the night of Christmas caroling. I do think the baby actually was sick.
It was very cold and she was very young.
How much did our neighbors love it, though?
I don't know. I think they liked it.
4.5 of them liked it very well.
Yeah, most people didn't open their doors. The ones who opened their doors enjoyed it very much, I think.
Yes. Our kids were so happy.
Justin, I'm with you though. I'm not a Christmas caroler.
Okay, so Lance, what would you say is the most awkward thing that we've ever asked you to do in the name of being neighborly?
Hands down, this is the easiest. To go talk to our neighbor across the street after you backed into their car. Yeah, that's it. That was awkward.
Yeah, whenever you wanted the girls to make the strawberry butter
Uh-huh.
and make it into the little jars and go hand it out to a bunch of neighbors. I thought it would be I didn't think it would be super awkward until like walking to these people's doorsteps that I'd never seen before at all, with a tiny jar of butter with some smashed up strawberries in it. That even whenever it made it even more awkward whenever
You had to tell them to sit it out?
No, whenever I tried it the first time eating it, and it was like
Not the best.
it's not that it tasted bad, it was just like hard cold butter.
Hello, would you like to try some of our strawberry butter?
Okay, but there is one neighbor who's brought us eggs twice.
Yeah,
It
in
said,
fact, just brought us eggs yesterday.
said
Right.
we have a neighbor with chickens. Did y'all know that? Like
No.
right down the street. He
Okay.
brings us eggs because we brought him strawberry butter.
Yeah, that's why. So,
And he says it every time. He's like, y'all are the ones that brought us the strawberry butter, right?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we are.
That's us. We're Bayleigh and Justin. We wanted to be friends. But we'll take your
Take
eggs.
your eggs.
Yep.
So we have another awkward moment, neighbor moment. Our neighbors next to us have it's not a
like a year
newborn.
old,
It's got to be over a year old.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We've never seen it outside of the house, so we don't know if it's a boy or girl.
Right.
A baby.
I'm pretty confident that they don't like us very much, but
We've talked about that on the podcast too. So
Yeah.
so when you lock your car, if you click the button more than once, the horn will honk, to show a confirmation that your doors are locked, which I often do inside if I'm locking it from inside the house, so I know for sure that it's locked.
Right.
But apparently, our driveway is right next to the Little Prince or Princess's nursery, and it has disturbed them quite a bit. And we were, I like sometimes goose my children with the car horn driveway, and we were backing out and noticed her come out on the porch and
they
stand
don't
there
come out.
kind of awkwardly as though, hey, I want your attention. So I roll down the window thinking, oh, hey, nice neighbor. And she says, if you could not honk the horn of your car anymore at the window of my sleeping child, I would greatly appreciate it. And I was so caught off guard by it. All I could say it was the button.
Also,
It
it
was
was
the
like
button.
1 in the afternoon.
That's all I said.
It's the button.
And I rolled the window up and we left. It was the button.
Well, the good news is y'all have probably not seen her since then because I've literally never seen her.
Yeah, we haven't. She hasn't come out again. So
I have a strong temptation every time I'm in the driveway to honk the
I
horn
want
now.
to do it so bad, and then I'm like, no, that is sinful. It is wrong that I just want to honk it. Like my aunt, and she doesn't listen, so it's fine. She doesn't know what a podcast is, but she's like OCD, and she honks the lock on her car till it's like, and every time I just want to honk it a bunch.
It's all my fault. I take blame for it. My only response is it was the button.
It was
Yeah.
the button, which
It
is
was-
like something that our kids would say. It's like, it wasn't you pushing the button?
That was the only
Where's
thing
the button, I swear.
I the button.
So y'all are both introverted guys, which I know is like your favorite word, Justin.
Yeah.
Sarcasm. But why do you think it's important to invite other people into your home, even if that's not always comfortable for you?
Well, I'm not an introvert, but I'm closer to center on the extroverted side.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of comes in waves. I do enjoy being around people, and I do get energy from that, but also need time away as well. But we were talking about this earlier today, even that I'm not sure how much ministry has kind of shaped some of that in me as well. But just to have the importance of having people in our home, I think just over the years has been the fastest way to develop relationships and friendships.
Yeah.
And there's just something about people's guard comes down faster when they're in your home. And we have tried to be very intentional and make our home a comfortable place and make people feel comfortable in our home, and really learning what hospitality is. Hospitality is not just that you can put on a good party.
Mm-hmm.
It is, do people feel welcome and comfortable in your home as though they were in their own home? And so we try to do that in probably the biggest way would be people over stuff. Our stuff is replaceable, and people in relationships. So we've been in places where we didn't feel comfortable to I'll tell you one funny story real quick. I got invited to go deep sea fishing with some friends of ours. It's been years ago, and we were going to stay the night at their beach house first. And I mean, I'm an adult with kids at this point,
Mm-hmm.
and we go in, and their two sons. I'm sitting in the house and just kind of lounging around, and there were a bunch of rules that were posted on the wall. And so I was looking over those, and it was kind of funny. And anyway, one of the boys had brought me, I think it was an ice cream sandwich or something out of the kitchen. Well, the dad, openly rebuked me,
Oh no!
like I was a kid in the living room, and about eating food in their living room. Which I wanted to say, well, that's not one of your rules up there.
Yeah, I read the list. This wasn't on there.
And son brought it to me. So anyway, it was one of those things where it was a very awkward moment. I felt very uncomfortable, and I thought, even in that, I would never want to make anyone feel like that in my home. That there was, I don't know, just in a way to make them feel not comfortable. Mm-hmm. And so we do try to, I think, the best that we can to make people feel comfortable in our home, and not to make a big deal about stuff. So.
About pee on the couch, no big deal.
That's our kid.
Yeah, that has to be no big deal in our house.
Or any houses that we visit.
Yeah. Anywhere where Aniston goes, just pee.
She's 5.
She's just gonna pee.
She's about to be 5. It's
on
a problem.
Whatever.
Yeah. So either of y'all can take this. What is your favorite way to entertain? Because I think that we as women talk a lot about how we like to entertain, or things that we like to do. But I think that a lot of men and wives who maybe listen to this are like, my husband never invites anyone over. What are ways that y'all have found effectively invite people into your house?
Just personally, as just like a couple guys, or as in
either
family to family, whatever.
Either way, yeah.
I mean, if it's just guys, my ideal is just sitting around in the backyard around a fire, whenever it's cold. But obviously that can't happen year round here.
Right.
But in an ideal setting, that would be. I mean, whenever another family comes over, honestly, I guess it's not really a, hey, come over, we're going to eat dinner at 6:30, and then after we're going to play a game for an hour, and then after that we're going to have drinks, or, whatever, the scheduled thing is not really how we do things. It just is, it's not natural. It doesn't feel natural to me, so kind of like you were saying, Lance, you don't want to have somebody over to feel uncomfortable or out of place, and to not feel like they would feel in their own home. So, to me, if it doesn't feel natural, I'm going to think that it's not going to feel natural to somebody else too. So,
we get very nervous whenever we're at people's houses and we feel like they had a certain plan and we are not executing their plan correctly.
Right. It gets really cool.
Yeah, especially with our kids. We're never going to, whatever you have in your head, it's just not going to turn out the way that you think it is. And so, yeah, we try not to put any sort of expectations on people when they come over either.
So yeah, I guess to answer the question, just come over. We'll eat dinner probably, and we'll just hang out and go from there.
Yeah, I think I really enjoy cooking good food, and probably more so to share with people. So like we will cook, good food here for us too. But I think I enjoy doing that and sharing that with people, and
introducing them to new things,
Sure.
foods or whatever.
Yeah, so that aspect of it is, but usually in that setting for me, I like for it to be something that's planned. There's a short list of people that I feel comfortable with in, like, spontaneously dropping by or something like that, in regards to entertaining and things like that. And a lot of it has to do with because we live life at such a kind of a busy pace, and a lot of things going on at a lot of different days of the week that they'd like to be prepared, and having people over more so as much as mentally and as anything else, just kind of being prepared. I don't hide well or hide my emotions very well. You can see those things on my face. Yeah, some preparation is good, but I do enjoy having people in our home, and usually it's something around food and a game or just hanging out kind of thing. But
so growing up, did your families have people over often? Justin, did you?
We would have family over a lot, but pretty much if it was somebody outside of the family, it was definitely very few and far between, and so it was more of a production whenever people would come over, because it was so seldom. So it was like, oh, we've got to have the house right. It's got to be planned out or whatever. So it wasn't super often that we would have folks outside the family over.
Yeah.
Do you know our kids love to have people over? Because they get sweet tea. We have sweet tea and we have company and not just water. What about you, Lance?
no, we didn't. I don't know that I can probably count on one hand in my life when we had people over, but part of that was my home life was pretty volatile at times. So yeah, just that wasn't part of the culture we had. And I have a brother and a sister, and another brother when my dad remarried, and so yeah, everybody kind of kept to themselves and kind of did their own thing, and especially the older we got and were able to drive and stuff like that, we just weren't around the home much, and didn't have people over. Definitely not much at all. We would go to family functions and things like that somewhere else, but we did not have people in our home very often at all.
Yeah.
So now that y'all have kids, because Lance, you have 5, and Justin, you have 3 daughters, what do y'all hope your kids will remember about their childhood home? It doesn't have to be profound, just off the cuff. These deep questions that we didn't prepare you for.
Well, I don't like to answer questions with just generic answers.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
Okay, well, speak from your heart then.
This has been Tender Moments with Justin.
Delilah.
Yeah.
You're so funny, Bayleigh.
I know.
Probably something I wrestle with is wanting, home, for them to have fond memories of home. And I know with church planting and just kind of the pace of life that we've been at for several years now, there's a fear that some of that is lost in in the busyness of it, and trying to create good memories and fond memories of home life. But I think too, I could easily slip into being a curmudgeon all the time, and so I don't want my kids to to have that as a memory of what home was like, or to to kind of tiptoe through life in similar ways that I did as a kid. Well, as long as I don't make anybody mad and just kind of keep to myself, we're cool. And I know for me that can be such a slippery slope, to get into that. So I want my kids to have fun. I want to wrestle and play and laugh and do those things, but still know we have responsibilities and things we have to do, but I want our kids to remember it being fun and enjoyable, and I don't think it's an issue that they feel that safety. They feel safe at home. I think our home is a safe place and a pretty peaceful place, but I do want them to have fun and enjoy.
Yeah.
Enjoy home.
I guess just I want them to be able to feel like their home is actually their home, is really theirs. So like thinking about Aniston, I know she's a lot more like me in a lot of ways of the introvertedness, and I can see on her face a lot of times if we're out and we may say, "Hey, Annie, show show Dolly and Poppy what you were learning at dance class the other day," and how she doesn't want that at all. She doesn't want to go outside of her box and show, whatever it is, even if it's something that she really enjoys doing. And I can remember being very similar to that growing up. I mean, even now, but just having her home as a place that she feels that she can, I guess, let go or do whatever she wants to do and enjoy herself and not feel the weight of like she's putting on a show for people, that her home is her place. So not just for Aniston, but for all the kids. But just that one in particular kind of stood out to me.
Yeah.
You're such a good dad for her in that way, because me and Aniston are so different that I don't think I would understand her as well if I was not with you first, Because I'm like, show them. We pay money for this. Perform.
And how that's so different from Maisie too.
Yeah, Maisie is a performer.
She is the performer, no doubt.
Yeah. Changing gears just a little bit off of something so serious. Each one of you, how would you describe, Justin, how would you describe Bayleigh's style?
Trying to think of a good term for Bayleigh's style.
It doesn't have to be like style work necessarily.
It doesn't have to be bohemian.
It doesn't have to be whatever. No.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bayleigh's style is very...
You're making me nervous. What are you going to tell them?
Well, I'm looking at my house right now.
The laundry's a nice touch.
Yeah, the laundry adds a bit to the ambiance. I don't know. Style is not my thing.
I'm tough to nail down. I say that all the time.
Kind of a hodgepodge of a lot of stuff, I think.
I like to say eclectic.
Eclectic.
Yeah. It's my preferred term.
Yeah.
For my style. Do you like our house?
I like our house.
Okay. You're not sounding very much like you do.
I'm not talking about our house right now, though.
Just
in
my
particular,
style?
just your style overall. It is. You said yourself it's hard to nail down.
It is.
So maybe that's a great descriptor of Bayleigh's style.
Hard to nail down.
Hard to nail down.
Hard to nail down, yeah.
That's kind of Bayleigh's personality, too.
Ever change.
It's true.
She's a chameleon.
I am.
Actually, the opposite of a chameleon.
A butterfly.
Because chameleons, like, morph into their surroundings.
I think I'm like a peacock.
I'm more of the chameleon.
I'm more of a
Definitely.
peacock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your style?
Peacock.
Okay, what about April's style?
I would say kind of eclectic, homey. Just comfortable.
That's what I'm usually going for.
Yeah, you're nailing it.
Hey.
I'm obviously very confusing over here.
I was going to use eclectic before you said it, too. I didn't use it just because you used it.
Well, we say that all the time. We don't have any,
like a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So, what is your style?
What is my style?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think you know my style. My style is whatever costs me the very least amount of money.
Your style is the Costco special, huh?
Yes.
He found me a $15 outdoor turf rug tonight.
Oh, yes.
We
a
didn't
big
buy
one,
it.
too.
He's like, look, this is perfect.
There was even one that looked like grass.
Justin, you are the old man Velcro shoes of style.
Oh,
Completely functional and cost.
He is so functional.
Yeah.
How would you describe
Functional, yes. Functional.
My style, I would say, is a little more eclectic, but very masculine. Woods, metals, leather.
Yeah, I think industrial is what works for you.
Yeah.
I'm
not full on like modern industrial type, stuff, but
rustic.
Yeah.
I did
not country rustic though.
Yeah.
Yeah, more.
Did you ever take a test on that, Lance?
Did I ever take a test on that?
I made Justin do the Emily Henderson styled quiz to see what his style was, to try and bring some of his personality into our whole.
Yeah. I felt like a real winner. We were sitting at the park, and I was looking through this big, girly book about decorating, and I was taking a test, and it was so long.
Yeah.
I was reading it for
keep
probably
going.
45 minutes.
Oh man.
What was my
If you want-
outcome? Do you remember?
If you want to come over and sit around the fire,
Open up our design book.
we'll spit and stuff. We'll do family things.
Hey, Justin.
You're very mid-century modern, and that's what it was, and that is true. That is your
I
style.
don't know what that means though.
I'll show you pictures.
You like things from the 60s.
So
Fif-
it's
Yeah,
okay. So
mid-century.
mid 1900s. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's your style. Like whenever you actually pick things out. But you are quick to say no to things. I think you say no
I know
to like
more of what I don't like than I do.
you say
like.
no to like 8 out of 10 things I try to bring into the house. I would say.
Oftentimes though, that's purely financial.
That's true too.
It's because it's 8 out of 10 things at one time. Right.
Yes.
Now I am bad about snowballing my projects. We got a busy spring break.
Mm-hmm.
I got a question.
Okay.
Of your design style, what would you do different in the home, style-wise, if you knew we wouldn't say no? Would you do anything different?
Yes. I would have.
What if I said no?
Is this well? I would like an accent wall with wallpaper.
Oh
See.
Mm.
What else?
I also know that I would be applying the wallpaper, so.
Oh, that
Right.
would help.
Through the years, my style has evolved to kind of morph with Lance's style.
Yeah.
I think that like he's rubbed off on me in a lot of ways with like I really appreciate a lot of like rough wood and leather and some of the things that maybe early on in our marriage I would have chosen more of like the pretty white slip covers and that kind of thing. And now I kind of lean a little bit more towards the more rustic, rugged stuff, but not country. So I think that like it's kind of married. Our styles have married throughout the years where I like bring in some color and some things that like, and lots of pillows and blankets, but then it's like the things that he likes too. So I feel like at this point I don't think I would change because I like the mixture of the two.
Yeah. Now, when we first got married, it was hard. Everything I liked, he did not like, and vice versa, I feel like. But we have definitely gotten a lot better about that.
No.
But I would
feel
like some wallpaper.
about the pillows.
Oh, gosh.
Remember the scene in Along Came Polly where Ben Stiller hits the threshold and cuts up all the pillows because too many of them. They're surely decorative.
Yes.
That's coming.
I don't care. It's our hoogie.
Yeah. We don't know how to say that word. It is a Scandinavian word.
I need to hear this again.
It's like-
I feel like you cussed at me in another language.
Yeah.
Always am like, is it like a hookah but with a G?
we know we're saying it wrong. Some design
What does
podcasts
this word
we are.
mean?
It's like very
The art-
comfortable and cozy and
Yeah, it's the art of like making a home comfortable. So
Oh, it's the what's that? Like not I'm gonna say it. Feng shui, not feng
feng
shui.
shui. It's
Feng
not
shui.
really like feng shui. It's more candles and pillows and throws. Justin, what do I have too many of?
Oh, we have far too many blankets.
And what else?
We don't have that many pillows.
That's because you threw them all away.
We did throw away a lot of pillows. But we do still have boxes of pillows either in our garage or in our tiny closet in the bathroom. There's 2 boxes of pillows. Did you know? Did you remember about those?
Mhm.
Okay. But far too many blankets. We have
He banned
way
me
too
from
many.
buying pillows about a year, and I haven't bought any in probably a year.
Thank you.
So, but it's time. It's about time. We've had the same pillows for a year
No, that's what we have. We have boxes.
because I've been rotating them, but they're still the same ones.
Hmm.
So anyway,
Yeah.
I think we could rotate them again and bring out the
So
newness of the ones that have been put away.
So, a lot of them, yes.
Dang.
we're just trying to make it more comfortable.
Why do you say dang? We literally have a stack of pillows in our bedroom that stay on the floor next to the wall because we have nowhere to put them.
That's
Whenever
tough.
we make the bed, they go on the bed, and then when we get in the bed, they go on the
No,
floor.
we make the bed. We put 15 pillows on the bed, and there are 7 still on the floor.
They're in the closet. I put them in the closet.
Kinda.
Yeah.
All house in a small closet, okay?
We're doing the
My
best we
point
can
is,
with stuff things.
Why do we need pillows that are in the closet?
To
To
sometimes
rotate them out.
I'm with you.
to switch
No.
them out.
No.
Yes.
if you can buy it for less than $20 in less than a
30
couple of minutes
minutes.
play, right? Or what was it?
It's
20 minutes.
Yeah, what's
in
that
less
rule?
than 30 minutes. If you can buy it less than $20 in less than 30 minutes, you throw it away.
It's not worth storing.
Boom.
That's a minimalist lifestyle.
How do you
we're
feel
in a-
about the less than
we're
30
in-
minutes?
Lifestyle.
I don't know. We just heard it on a podcast.
But like, how do you calculate that time?
Like if I can run to Target and pick one up
Okay.
for less than $20, or run to
Then
Costco,
store.
then it's not. Then let the store store it, basically, instead of hanging on to it all year long.
If you
I
don't
see.
use it regularly.
Yes.
See.
So
But that could count for like your crock pot. Am I just gonna buy a new crock pot every few months?
well, do you
Yeah.
not use it but every few months?
Well, I mean, I have more than one, you know.
Right.
Oh, we do too.
So
Yeah.
but when I need more than one, I could go to Target and buy another one for less than $20.
We just got rid
A
of our
crock
rice
pot?
steamer.
Yeah, they're very inexpensive.
We threw away our
Come on.
rice steamer.
No, no, we did not throw it away. I put it by the street across the street at the empty houses curb, and it was gone by the next morning.
Yeah, it was.
Needed it.
I washed it and shut it before it was dried all the way, and I opened it up and it was full of mold, and I said, nope, getting rid of it.
Not cleaning that
I'm not
one anymore.
cleaning it. So somebody got them a moldy rice cooker. Good for them. It works.
And the stroller.
They got the stroller too. So
Yeah, they were both gone.
it's my favorite
All right.
thing, the magic curve.
So let's do an episode of Love It or Leave It.
So I just say love it or leave it.
You can give details if you want to, an explanation, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
What's our category?
We don't have one.
Oh, this is just grab bag.
Yep.
All right.
From the brain that we. Yep.
From these fresh brains.
What were the little packs the kids buy all the time? What are they called?
Blind bags?
Blind bags.
Is it blind bag?
Blind bags. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's
Blind
a
bags.
blind bag of Love It or Leave It.
Love it or leave it. Dinner parties.
Leave it. Hosting dinner party.
I thought you loved hosting dinner parties with me. I'm so surprised.
The amount of work and time to go into it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of it's a lot.
Okay. It's your love it or leave it.
I
I enjoyed hanging with our friends and stuff.
But we had
That's
so
cool.
much fun
No, we did have fun.
planning those out.
So you would love it?
You would love it.
Lance loved it.
Yes, I think, and I want to go out on a limb here and say Justin would love it if we could afford to have it catered every time.
Oh, well, sure.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Love It or Leave It. Seasonal pennant banners.
Oh God. No. That's a leave. That's a hard leave. I almost threw
I'm big
one
for
away that I came across in the drawer just yesterday.
I need to pull out my Easter pennant.
No.
That's another thing I've been banned from buying.
That is
Pennant.
that's a definite
Yeah.
ban.
Yeah,
A pennant.
that's fine.
I've got my chalkboard out right now that says spring.
I know most people
Yeah,
do enjoy them. I don't know his disdain.
I don't know my disdain either, but there's something about it. that
Love is
drives
a
me
strong
crazy.
word. Like,
You're okay with it?
You
like
can
it. I'm
like
okay
it.
with it. Yeah.
Okay. Love It or Leave It. Farmhouse style.
Leaving it.
I would-
I like some of it, but
Yeah.
I'm kind of over it.
I would say I want more to say leave it, just because it's like the thing and been the thing for so long now, you know,
Right.
and you want to kind of buck that trend. But I do like it. So
You always like pieces of that. Yes, I always have tried to incorporate that. That is
Yeah.
also your style. I
Yeah.
would say.
Full-on farmhouse needs to be in an actual farm.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Justin likes vintage things.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's what he likes. He likes anything that's been pulled out of a barn. You don't
Right.
necessarily like chippy paint,
No.
that kind of stuff, but you just like old things.
No,
Right.
I've never liked the distressed look.
That is true. Even when I went through the distressed phase, he was like anti that. For sure. Okay.
All right. Love It or Leave It. White furniture.
Just practically speaking, I'm leaving it. But for the look, I like the look of white furniture.
As a dad of 5 kids, leave that crap somewhere. I'm looking at a pillow right now that used to be a cream color and now is somewhat of a tan.
It's such a pretty.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
Love it
Leave
or leave it. Swim club.
Oh, love it.
love it.
Love it.
Love it.
Yeah. We're ready for Woodland and Miss Velda.
Club people.
Huh?
Yeah,
We're swim club people.
love it on days that it's not 750 people in the pool.
Like 4th of July.
And when you can get a spot where I can sit in the shade.
Same.
If I'm just sitting in the sun,
Yeah.
it's pretty miserable.
I
Yeah.
prefer to end the day at the swim club.
Yeah.
We're afternoon swim club people.
Well, there's enough trees around that like the sun will go behind the trees, but it'll still be light out for a couple hours.
Yeah.
So
Love it or leave it. Fragrance candles.
I have a very short list of approved candle scents, so I'm going to say leave it.
I'm pretty much a love it on the old mahogany teakwood scented candle produced by White Barn
From Bath and Body Works.
from Bath and Body Works.
No. Yeah, Bath and
Yeah,
Body Works.
Bath and Body Works. Yeah.
That was what Justin asked for his birthday.
That was my birthday present. That's a weird birthday present.
That's what you asked for.
I know. I'm
I
saying that
Although
about myself. That's
Bath
weird.
and Body is one of the worst places to walk into.
Oh, that's a rough place.
That was also part of his birthday present. He didn't have to go in and get it. I
Yeah.
did.
But it's a good candle.
My brother-in-law, Jay Laura, found this scent.
Thank you for finding that, Jay. If you ever listen to this,
He's not.
no.
0% chance he ever listens to
Thank you,
this.
Jay. Maybe his wife will.
Love it or leave it. Road trip
Love it.
with the kids.
Ooh,
Love it. In 4-hour increments.
with the kids, that's a tough caveat to that question.
I don't know what it is about road trips, but man, our kids, like if we could live in a perpetual state of road trip, our kids would be awesome.
They're on their
all the time.
best behavior when we road trip. It is remarkable.
I don't know what happens. It's
We haven't gotten to that level yet. They're still. I mean, Maisie just turned 6, so and the last time we took them on the road was what? October when we went to Auburn, or did we go somewhere else since then? But yeah, I mean, going on a, that's about a 4-hour, 3 to
Our
4 hour
kids travel
trip.
fine, though.
They travel fine
So love it or leave it. Be brave. What do you think?
with the kids.
Depends on the destination. If the destination's not worth it, leave it. That's what I say.
Yeah.
The trip is not the vacation for us.
Yeah.
That is not the adventure.
I'll say love it on that one. I'll give it a love.
Okay. Oh, we went to Atlanta too. Okay, I love it when my dad rents a 16-passenger van,
Oh yeah, that was nice.
and then we don't have to drive it or be stuffed.
Okay, I have a question to maybe end us if y'all have an answer, but if you don't, it's not a big deal. In the episodes that you've listened to of the podcast, have there been any things that people have said or thoughts that have stuck with you?
I will say when, and I think Lance kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, Miss Nan Jimson, or Nanga, she said that whenever you have somebody, when you invite somebody into your house, that just changes the relationship immediately when they step in the door. And so just thinking about that, and I've never having heard it articulated that way before, and then thinking back to people who we have had into our home, and just seeing that is true, and even people that we've had over since then, seeing that really is a very true statement, that something changes whenever they are invited in and they come in.
Yeah.
So.
The quote that she said was, when someone crosses the threshold of your home, the relationship changes. And that's probably, out of everything that anyone's ever said, I think that's the quote that stuck with me too. She was episode number 6. If anybody wants to listen to it.
Fan. Everybody needs to listen to that.
She ended with a poem. It was very sweet. Made me cry.
Well, I am up to date.
Look at you.
I
Showing
even
me up.
added a listener for you guys the other day because I was listening to it at work, and Miss Judy was asking if that was y'all, and she said I have not listened to any of them because I don't know how to do podcasts, but she has an iPhone, so got her hooked up.
Got her hooked
Thank
up.
you, Lance.
Miss Underwood
Yes.
Judy
yes.
Underwood? Okay. I know her as Miss Underwood. So.
Yeah, they worked at the same elementary school before she retired.
I was doing some painting at their house. I think one that has stood out, and one that I would adopt even the same language in, that home is where your people are, with Tish. Team Shock out in California, and just enjoyed the time that we had to spend with Ryan, and getting to meet Tish when she came out, and just hearing a little bit more about what their home life is like, and getting to hear that from Ryan's perspective, and then hear it from her perspective on the episode too, was really neat, because we had a little bit of an inside perspective, on that from getting to know Ryan, and see him live some of those things out, and even seeing him experience that even with our own kids, as he kind of made himself at home in our home and with our family while he was here. So yeah, that was neat, and something that I kind of hold to of you asked the question earlier was, what is home like for us, and I think that's an accurate definition for us. That it's where my peeps are. So.
You would like that episode, listening to what Tish had to say about Ryan, because we all know everybody misses Ryan.
I know.
Yes, Ryan, if you are listening,
You're very miss.
He's
He's probably not, because Tish had never listened to a podcast when she
He
came to
hasn't.
ours.
She'd never listened to any podcast at all?
No.
Okay.
She didn't know what one was.
Oh.
And Ryan explained it to her.
We're like, would be in our podcast? And she's like, huh?
He had listened. So.
Oh, he had listened to Tish's episode?
At least that one. I'm not sure. I don't know how much time he gets to listen, and how much fun he would get made of by fellow Taylors for too.
It's so funny. I don't know who's listening to this.
No.
The throngs of people listening.
World.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's
All
random.
I
It's
know
so weird sometimes when people are like, oh, I was listening to your podcast. And like, really?
lives.
We are changing lives. One podcast at a
Hang
time.
on. Let me read this review. I don't think Justin's heard this review.
I don't think I have.
Is this going to be like reading Amazon reviews?
Well, it's a review
Haribo
of
sugar-free
us.
gummy bear reviews?
No,
Have we ever read those?
it is very nice. It is very nice. Let's see.
I don't even know this person.
So if I think you may be listening. Person, so thank you. Let's
Say
see.
her name.
NorCal Haley.
What?
NorCal Haley is her name on.
How do you know it's a her?
Well, I'm thinking Haley in Northern California.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay.
Made our whole week when we read this.
Yes, seriously. This was left January 24th, 2018, and we're very excited. Says, you ladies are amazing and so encouraging. You talk about real life issues, and it gives me a starting point to make some changes in areas I've been struggling in. I'm so thankful I found your podcast. The subject was, these podcasts changed my life.
Ooh.
So.
Life changers.
You're welcome, guys.
Just living out our calling, changing lives, and.
Hey. That's a good comment.
It was very good. Yes, we were very thankful to read that. It spurred us on.
It did.
A little bit more. Okay, it was a little more gas.
We were feeling real down.
We're like, we can't quit. We're changing lives.
So we got to keep going. But we brought in the A-team today. So
that's right. Y'all have now been on a life-changing podcast. How does that feel?
Just put this out there to the podcast world. What also will keep this thing going is some sponsorships from.
Well, and the way to get us sponsorships is leave us some reviews.
Leave us a review.
So more people can find us.
Yeah.
Subscribe and leave us reviews so more people can find us. So then we can get sponsorships, and then, yes, then it won't be free and made at 11 at night.
Yes. Follow us on Instagram at Nestled Podcast. Check us out on poshnestdesigns.com. Thanks for listening.
We'll be back next week.
Say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.